Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching. Welcome back. This is Moran Monkey Reviews, and I'm here to talk about yesterday's games in the UCL. We had Arsenal versus Sporting, and we also had Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. So let's start with the first one. That is Arsenal versus Sporting. It ended up in a 0-0, and it was a tight game. First things first, I would say Arsenal came with a different mentality. I could see it. A player like Zubimendi yesterday, he was wow. I could see him. Finally, I saw what Zubimendi can do. I think it was Mikel Arteta who was holding him back because most of his passes were progressive. He never passed the ball back. It was just get the ball and just get the next player. And that at least showed me something because there was even a run he made. I think in the second, is it first half or second half? I think it was first half. I thought it's Martinelli. Only to check it is Zubimendi, and wow, I thought I never knew he had that in him. Because one thing, he's very technically gifted, because he can hold the ball well, and also he can pass well, and also shoot well. He's an excellent shooter or finisher. So that's something I saw in him, and that's a change we needed because since Thomas Partey left Arsenal, Zubimendi he did try something different because what Thomas Partey lacked, Zubimendi brought in terms of the defensive capability. Because Thomas Partey was a bit feeble, he was very good at attacking passes, crosses, but defensive wise, once he was dispossessed of the ball, he could not recover, and that's something Matheus Zubimendi came because he's aggressive, he brought that grit, and recently he has just been focusing on that grit and a lot of back passes, and there was some fear in him, and I think that was instilled by Mikel Arteta because we needed someone to just progress because we were so much reliant on our wingers such that opponents knew if you want to get to Arsenal, just have maybe place 3 or 4 players and press them in their mid because we started playing from the keeper from the back, and once we did that, we made so many mistakes, and that's why we scored. Remember that game against Manchester United, they scored out of a mistake from Zubimendi. And another game, there are so many mistakes he has made. You can check from the Google or from YouTube. And yesterday it was a different. It's not the best, but I saw something because what most Arsenal fans were frustrated in the Bournemouth game was just about the performance. Even if you lose, you want to see that fight in you. There was no fight in Arsenal. And yesterday I saw something. Zubimendi, Rice, he was a bit lethargic. I think maybe because he was coming from an illness. But yesterday he did try. One thing, the most relevant player who we cannot even complain about is Declan Rice. Even the 100 million euros that we bought him, it was just a bargain. He's just been performing and delivering day in, day out. So right now I understand him because he has never got injured that long. He did well. Someone like Gabriel and Saliba, they stood intact. And another surprise was Mosquera. He stood ground and he did well because he came into play position of white, and I think he did so well by the way because he never let in any sleep. He was firm to his position. Actually, here something I think maybe Arteta is teaching him is to make now progressive attack runs, to work closely with the winger, and that's something he did. So that game was a bit dull because there are no goals, but it was tough because Arsenal had so many chances, and Sporting was just stubborn. It was just stubborn. And the other thing, they never wanted to attack. They just held back and just wanted to avoid conceding. And if you want to, actually pressure was on them because we had a 1-0 coming into that game. Pressure was on them to come and attack Arsenal and get the goal, but they never did that convincingly. So at the end of it all, Arsenal got over the line, and I was just happy because I was fearing for that game to go to extra time because that would mean extra 30 minutes, and the guys are just fatigued. You could see it mentally; these guys are fatigued, even physically. And there's another game against Manchester City on Sunday, so I did not want it to go to extra time, and that's why they defended so well. And I think there's not much we can say about that game. The most interesting game was the Real Madrid and Bayern. Whoa, what a game! What a game! I was watching through my TV, Arsenal Sporting, and I had my phone to watch the Real Madrid against Bayern. And you could not even blink an eye for the Real Madrid against Bayern because in the first minute they scored the fastest goal actually the history was made yesterday. Fastest goal, I think is it Gula scored a very wonderful goal. Then I think 5 minutes later Bayern equalized. So it was just a thrilling game. And one thing I would say about those teams, they are brilliant teams, Real Madrid and Bayern. But one thing both of them they are lacking is just defense. They are not good defensively. They got the best progressive attacks and midfielders, but defensively that's where they come short. And I believe because now Bayern are through now and they are going to face PSG. That's something I think is going to work against, unless Vincent Kompany does something to his defense, because they were letting in so many spaces. And Real Madrid, yes, you will say they got good attack, but you know PSG also has got good attack. So he has to fix that. If otherwise, I don't see them going to the final. So yeah, kudos to them. It was just a good game. And also, unfortunately, Real Madrid got that red card, because I believe if never actually, I'm not so convinced whether they could get if they never got that red card, maybe if we could have seen that game through. Not that convinced. So it was 50-50, but kudos to Bayern. So Real Madrid again, they lose in the quarterfinal for the second consecutive season. So maybe next year we'll see, but they got that grit. They're getting it back, and I think they are going to recruit more, especially in the defense, because that's something. If they fix that defense, it's going to be like another PSG. So, and Bayern is just Bayern, you know, but they need another striker, because Kane, I don't think next season is still going to deliver, because I think Kane has been the most important player for them. And also this guy from Crystal Palace, I can't remember his name, the winger, because he scored a beast of a goal. Oh my, that guy's. Let me get his name. I'm just forgetting his name. Michael Olise. Oh my lord. Sometimes I wonder, what do these scouts or because I wonder, that guy was just in Crystal Palace. Actually, so I got to discover him the last season through a free kick he scored against Man City. And I wonder, why could any English team just snatch that guy? Because they let him go to Germany and just shine there, because he's so talented. His goal is a very brilliant and just breathtaking goal. That winner against Real Madrid, it was the second winner against Real Madrid. Oh, it's just awesome. Because I'd come from watching Arsenal versus Lisbon that's just finished. Then just when I switched back on to Real Madrid, I saw there was a red card. Within less than a minute, he scored I was just, wow. That's just pure goal, pure talent. It was just wonderful. And kudos to them. But one thing I know, in case we meet them, I know we got a good defense. But for now, there was just a brilliant game. So that's it from me, guys. What do you think? Who do you think could have maybe won those games? Share your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Most of you are just watching. It just takes a minute. No, actually just 5 seconds. Just subscribe, like. I want to grow this channel, guys, and I need your support, guys. And because I want even to have a studio. I'm passionate about football, and I know we're going to talk about more matches. The World Cup is coming, so please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends, and I really appreciate it. So that's it for me, guys. Let's see you in the next video. Talking about now, we're back to English Premier League.